Dear students, very good evening to all. Am I audible?
Sir,
Good evening, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Only the 18 students are there.
Good evening,
Okay,
sir.
good evening, good evening. Let's start our class.
Sure, sir.
Okay, thank you. Very good evening to all. So today discuss about in the long back I think the last class is same the September 25th I taking this paper one exactly 1 month before I taking this same slide. Okay, no problem. Good evening. So today discuss about our topic on forest ecosystem, the biological production. The topic is biological production. Okay, this topic is contained the paper one. Okay, I handle the two paper one and paper two, and the paper one the unit two, and the paper two I handle the my portion is paper one the unit two, and the paper two the unit 5. Okay, the today discuss about the paper 1 unit 2 forest production ecology. Okay, the forest production ecology. The last class in the September 25th I discuss about the general introduction about the forest ecosystem. Exactly 1 month back I discuss about the general introduction about the forest ecosystem. Today discuss about our the first topic. In the unit 2 the first topic is biological production, forest ecosystem, the biological production. Okay, the biological production contain the three subtopic. One is called the primary production, secondary production, and production efficiency. Okay, today discuss the topic on biological production on forest. They contain the three subtopic. What is primary productivity, what is secondary productivity, and the third one is the production efficiency of the forest ecosystem. Okay, clear? Let's move to next slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so today you learn about the three topic. Only the main topic is biological production. The biological production contain the three subtopic. One is called the primary production, second one is the secondary production, third one is production efficiencies of the forest ecosystem. Okay, I will explain one by one. Okay, this is our syllabus, the paper one and unit 2. The first topic is biological production, the primary production, secondary productivity, and biological production efficiency. This is our aim of this presentation. Okay. Right. So just before going to our topic, just a brief introduction about what is the forest ecosystem. What is forest ecosystem? A forest ecosystem is a functional unit. Forest ecosystem is a functional unit or a system which comprises of soil, trees, insects, animals, birds, man, and its interacting units. Okay, the forest is, I think it's audible or my voice is clear?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
one minute.
It's clear, sir.
Hello. Okay, my voice is clear. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. I'm using the headset. Some background noise is there. Okay, before going to topic, what is the forest ecosystem? The forest ecosystem is a functional unit. Forest ecosystem means a functional unit or a system they which comprises or they contain soil, trees, insect, animals, birds and man and it's interacting the unit. It's already discussed a lot of in the first class. Okay. The forest, what is the forest? The forest is a large and complex ecosystem. What is a forest? What is a forest ecosystem? A forest is a large and complex ecosystem and hence a greater species diversity. Okay, what is the forest? Forest is a large and complex ecosystem and hence a greater species diversity. Okay, it is a more what is the special feature of the forest means it is a more stable. It is a more stable and resistant to the detrimental changes. It is what is the forest ecosystem is a more stable and withstand. They compare to other ecosystem, example wetland and grassland ecosystem. It's a clear. The forest ecosystem is a functional unit of the system. They contain the different components. They contain the soil, trees, insects, animals, bats, and mans and interacting units. Okay. What is the forest? Forest is a large and complex ecosystem. That's why they have a greater species diversity and more stable than the other ecosystem. Example, wetlands and grassland. Okay. Right. As already is told, the forest ecosystem they contain the two components. Any ecosystem they contain the two components. One is called the biotic component, other one is called the abiotic component. What is biotic component? The biotic component means they mainly contain the plants, animals, and the microbes. Plants, animals, and the microbes. That is called the biotic components. The biotic component mainly involving into the producer, consumer, and decomposer. Okay, what is the biotic component in the ecosystem? Biotic component means biological organism. The biological organism they divided into some of these are the producer, some are the consumer, some of the biological components are decomposers. Okay, right. What is the abiotic factor? Abiotic factor is called the inorganic material. What is the inorganic material? The example air, water, soil, and temperature, and other physical and chemical factors. That is called the abiotic factor. What is ecosystem? As already told, any ecosystem they contain them the abiotic factor plus biotic factor. Okay, the combination of abiotic factor and the biotic factor is called as the ecosystem. Okay. Next one. What is the structural features of an forest ecosystem? What is there are the forest ecosystem contain the two main structural features. The forest ecosystem contain the two structural features. One is called the species composition, other one is called the stratification. The first one, what is species composition? The species composition means the identification and the enumeration of the plants and animal species in the forest ecosystem. Okay, what is the species composition? What is meaning of composition? They identify and counting or number. Okay, these are what are the species? For the example, the one pond ecosystem. The pond ecosystem they contain the what are the species are there in the pond ecosystem. Example, what are the plants? What are the animals are there in the pond ecosystem? Second one, what is the number? How much amount is there? That is called the species composition. Is it clear? The species composition. Second one is called the stratification. What is the species composition means? So what are the variety and what is the number? Okay, that is called the species composition of the forest ecosystem. What is the stratification? So the stratification refers to the vertical distribution of the different species. Stratification means what is the simple meaning of the stratification means different layers, different layer by layer. The example, one example is giving this mountain ranges. The mountain ranges is called the first 200 meters, the second 200 meters, third. What is the strata means layer by layer. Okay, different layers they contain the different fauna and flora. Okay, that is called the stratification. Okay, it's clear. What is stratification? The stratification is referred to the vertical distribution. Okay, vertical distribution of the different species which occupy the different levels in the forest ecosystem. Okay, that is called the stratification. Okay, right. For example, the forest ecosystem, they contain the different level. One is called the tree occupies the top level. Okay, trees occupy the top level, and the shrub occupy the second level, and the herbs occupy the bottom level. That is called the vertical stratification of the forest ecosystem. Okay, it's clear. Moving to next slide. Strata means layer. Okay, trees in the one layer, the top layer, and the shrub, the small plant is called the second layer, and the herb is a small, that is called the third or the bottom level. That is called the stratification of the forest. Okay, right. Second, next moving to the, what is the component of a forest ecosystem? What are the components of the forest ecosystem? Any forest ecosystem, they contain the four components. One is called the productivity, second one is called the decomposition, third one is called the energy flow, and the fourth one is called the nutrient cycle. Okay, what is the component of an ecosystem? Any forest ecosystem, they contain, the first one is called the productivity, the production. Second one, decomposition, the destroy, decomposition. Third one, energy flow. Fourth one is called the nutrient cycle. I explain one by one. Okay, right. For the first one, what is the productivity? Productivity means the production. Production. First one, the the productivity or the production is basic requirement of any ecosystem to function and sustain. Okay, what is the energy? Any living things or any ecosystem, they need the energy sustainability. Okay, that is the, what is the main source of energy in our globe? That is called the solar energy. Only one. The entire world is getting the energy from the solar energy only. Okay, sun is the primary energy source of the globe. Okay. Second, the plants are also the producer in the forest system. This already in the study in the lower classes. What is producer? What is consumer? The consumer, the different type of consumer, the primary consumer, secondary consumer, and the tertiary consumer. Third one is called the decomposition. Okay, already is studied in the lower classes. One is called the producer. Producer is mainly the producer is called the plants. Plants and algae, and plants and algae are the producer category. The second one is called the consumer. The consumer is called the different to three categories. One is called the primary consumer, secondary consumer, and the tertiary consumer. Okay. The third component is called the decomposition. Decomposition is the destroy the living organism, and again will supply to the energy to the primary producer. Okay. Right. Generally, what is the meaning of the productivity? The productivity refers to the rate at which energy is accumulated by green plant in unit time in the form of the organic substance that can be used as the food. Again, I read, what is productivity? The productivity referred to the rate at which energy is accumulated by green plant in unit time in the form of organic substances that can be used as the food. I simply explain what is productivity mean. Simply explain, the one word is called the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means the plant to produce the energy through the photosynthetic process. Okay. So how the photosynthesis occur? That is what is the sun is the what is the energy is called the heat energy or solar energy or radiation energy. Okay, it's a different name. The sun is giving the energy, the solar energy or radiation energy or heat energy. The heat energy or solar energy or the radiation energy converted into the chemical energy. This is the first level. Is it clear? Okay, you have any doubt in this? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
Clear,
Sir,
sir.
no, sir.
Oh, it's clear. Okay, it's clear. Okay, so
Sir,
productivity
clear,
means,
sir.
Okay, okay. Productivity means the production of the plant through the photosynthetic process. The chemical that is called the radiation energy or the solar energy converted into the chemical energy. The chemical substance is called the starch. Okay, that is called the starch is utilized for the food. That is called the productivity. The productivity of an forest equal three types. One is called the primary productivity, second one is called the secondary productivity, third one is the community productivity. Okay, the productivity is classified into primary productivity, secondary productivity, and community productivity. Okay, the primary productivity they again divided into two classes. One is called the gross primary production, and the second one is called the net primary production. Okay, the productivity is divided into two types: primary productivity, secondary productivity, community productivity. Again, the primary productivity divided into two categories. One is called the gross primary productivity and net primary productivity. I explain it later. What is the gross primary productivity and what is the net primary productivity? Okay, first one. What is the primary productivity? What is the primary productivity means? Primary means first level. First level. First level means how the solar energy or radiation energy converted into the organic substance or the starch molecule. That is called the first level. The rate at which, what is primary productivity? The rate at which radiant energy is stored by the photosynthetic activity of the green plant and algae in the form of the organic substance termed as the primary productivity. That is called, simply is called as the starch. Okay. It is the first and most basic form of energy stored in an ecosystem. This is the first and most basic form of energy stored in the ecosystem. That's why it's called as the primary productivity. Okay. Right. The primary productivity is the two type. One is called the gross primary productivity and net primary productivity. What is gross primary productivity? Simply is called as the GPP. GPP means gross primary production. What is gross primary production? The simply explain what is the gross primary production means. The total photosynthetic activity. What is the total? So the total photosynthesis ability of the plant. That is called the gross primary production. The total photosynthesis, that is all of the sun energy that is assimilated, is called the gross primary production. Okay, the solar energy, how much of solar energy converted into the chemical energy, that is called the gross primary production. Okay, the gross primary production is otherwise known as the total assimilation. What is meaning of assimilation? Assimilation means utilize or accept or utilize. Okay, okay, ma'am. The primary product, gross primary production means the total photosynthetic activity of the plant. That is otherwise known as the total assimilation. Okay. Like what is the net primary production? Simply I explain what is net primary production means. Gross primary production minus respiration. That is called the net primary production. Is it clear? Okay. So anyone
Yes, sir.
clear? You have any doubt? What is gross primary productivity? What is net primary? Gross productivity means the total photosynthetic activity. That is called the gross primary productivity. What is the net primary productivity? What is the net? What is the net அப்படின்னா the gross primary production minus respiration. Okay, gross primary productivity minus respiration. That is called the net primary productivity. இங்க பாருங்க, I explain. What is the net primary? The energy remaining after the respiration stored as organic matter during the period of measurement is known as the net primary productivity. Okay, it is also is called as the apparent photosynthesis. The gross primary productivity is also known as the assimilation photosynthesis, but net productivity is otherwise known as the apparent photosynthesis. Okay, the net production is the energy available to the heterotrophic component of the ecosystem. Okay, net primary production is called the energy available to the heterotrophic component of the ecosystem. What is heterotrophic component of the ecosystem? Anyone tell what is heterotrophic? What does the heterotrophic means? Heterotrophic means primary consumer. Heterotrophic means primary consumer. The primary consumer means the consume the plants. That is called the primary consumer. The net primary productive energy is available for the heterotrophs. Okay. Okay. The flow of energy during the primary production can be expressed in the formula. The gross primary production GPP equal to net primary production plus respiration. Okay, what is gross primary production? The gross primary production is equal to net primary production plus respiration. What is net primary production? Gross primary production minus respiration. That is called the net primary production. Okay, that's it clear?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, right. What is the component of the productive system? The productive system, they contain the different components I already explained. Okay, this is simply the producer or the energy gateway. The producer is the first level. The produce the energy. The producer from the energy is transferred from the producer to the consumer. The consumer to the decomposer. Again into the producer. That is the cyclical process. Okay. Next. What are the environmental control on the plant productivity? What are the environmental control on the productivity? The first line. What is the ultimate source of energy? The ultimate source of energy for the life on the earth is light from the sun. Sun is the only energy source for the our earth. Okay. Sun is the primary source of the only one source of energy from the earth. Okay. The pigment in the green tissue of the plant absorb the light and capture the energy. This is the stored growth of the manufacture. What is the energy trapping process is called the photosynthesis. What is the, I again explain what is the plant productivity, what is the photosynthesis. This is already studied about what is photosynthesis. The 6 CO2 get the carbon dioxide plus water plus sun energy and the liberating and produce the starch. C6H12O6 starch and liberate the oxygen molecule. That is called the photosynthetic is the pathway. Okay. The primary production is usually expressed in the unit is called the joules meter square and day minus 1. It is the unit. The productivity, the energy, the photosynthetic energy is measured by the joules meter square day minus 1. In the dry organic matter is measured in the kilogram meter square minus 10. This is the unit of the energy calculation. Okay. This is the GDP production plan. Already explained. What is the respiration? Anyone tell the metabolism process? Metabolism is called the two. Metabolism is a combination of two processes. One is called the anabolism and catabolism. What does metabolism means? Anabolism and catabolism. What is anabolism? Anabolism means is the production of energy. Example, photosynthesis. Okay, what is catabolism? Catabolism means breakdown. What does catabolism means? Is a breakdown. Example for the respiration. Respiration is a catabolic process. Why the respiration is a catabolic process? The starch C6H12O6, the starch molecule is the complex molecule break down into the simple molecule and to liberate the energy. Okay, the complex molecule is the starch molecule. C6H12O6 the starch molecule. The starch molecule through the various processes, example, glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and the electron transport cycle. Okay, through the liberate the energy means any catabolic process finally release the carbon dioxide and the water and release the ATP. Metabolic energy is through the ATP molecule. Is it clear? Okay. In the respiration, the starch molecule and finally produce the any metabolic process final end product the carbon dioxide and water and release the ATP molecule. Okay. Right. Next one. The rate at which the biomass split report are the two main plant features. The rate of photosynthesis. Next question. The rate of photosynthesis determined by the two important factors. One is called the leaf area. Second one is called the efficiency in which leaf capture and use the sun. Okay. The rate of photosynthesis depends on three factors. One is called the leaf area. It's the surface area of the leaf. Second one, the efficiency of the leaf to capture the sunlight. How much amount of the sunlight capture? The second one, how much amount of sunlight is utilized. Okay, the three factors only determine the one minute. Okay, sorry for clear. Hello, audible. Hello.
Sorry, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. The rate of photosynthesis is determined by the three factors. One is called the leaf area. Second one is the efficiency of the light capture. The third one is utilization of the light. The three factors determine the photosynthetic rate. Okay. What is the primary productivity is already explained. This simply the graphical representation. What is the primary productivity? What is the primary productivity? Is clearly explained. What is the solar energy? Solar energy is converted into the chemical energy through the photosynthetic process is known as the gross primary productivity. The gross primary productivity is this energy is the part of the energy utilized by the plant for the metabolic activity. Example, growth and reproduction. Okay, that is called the respiratory activity. The gross primary productivity minus respiration is called as the net primary productivity, average known as the NPP. This is the graphical representation. Okay. What is the gross primary productivity? It's already explained. Okay, what is the net primary? Again, explain. What is the net primary productivity means the available energy for the consumer. Available energy for the consumer and the decomposer. Okay. This important point. The plant typically captures and convert about 1.3% to 1.6% of the solar energy. Okay. How much is the radiation energy? Finally, the 1% of the solar energy is reached into the plant. Is it clear? 1% of the solar energy, 1% of the solar energy only our plant is utilized. Okay, this is the clear. The solar energy, 1% of the solar energy is converted into the chemical energy. Okay, right. Net productivity is already explained. What is net primary productivity? What is the net primary productivity in the different system? Able to follow? Okay. Anyone? Clear? Any doubt? No, sir. No. Okay. What is net primary productivity? What is the gross primary productivity? The next one. What is the net primary productivity of the different ecosystem? Net primary productivity of the ecosystem. The example: the tropical rainforest is a unit. Low calories per meter square per year. That is called the unit of the energy production. The tropical rainforest contains the 9,000 kilocalories per meter square per year. Okay. The SUV also the 9,000 square kilocalories per meter square per year. The swamp and marsh is 9,000. The savanna grassland is 3,000. The deciduous temperate forest is 6,000. And the boreal forest 2.5, the temperate grassland 2,000. And the polar tundra 6,600. And the desert are the 200. This slide clearly shows the different ecosystems have the different productivity. Okay, different ecosystems have the different production level. ecosystem, they contain the more production than in the grassland. Example, the desert have only the 200 kilocalories per meter square per year. Okay. The tundra is 600 only, but the forest ecosystem contain 900 kilocalories per year. Okay. Next one. What is the net primary productivity in the determining factor? What are the factors determining the net primary productivity? The net primary productivity varies among the ecosystem to ecosystem. This is the first slide. The net primary productivity differs from the one ecosystem to the other ecosystem. The forest ecosystem, they have the more net productivity than the desert and tundra level. Okay. What are the factors determining this net primary productivity? One is called the solar energy input, temperature, moisture level, carbon dioxide level, nutrient availability, and community interaction. These factors determine the net primary productivity of the each ecosystem. Okay, right. Is it clear what is primary productivity? The primary productivity is there to gross primary productivity and net primary productivity. The next moving to what is the secondary productivity? Secondary productivity means the second level. Second level means the net primary productivity is available for the consumption of the consumer. Available food for the consumer, that is called the secondary productivity. Simply I refer to the productivity at the consumer level. Primary productivity means the production at the primary level. The secondary production is simply explained about the productivity at the consumer level. Okay. The secondary productivity reflects only the utilization of the foods for the production of the consumer biomass. It can be referred to as the net rate increase the biomass of the heterotroph. The secondary productivity acts as the food to the next trophic level. Next trophic level means producer to the consumer. Up to the producer level, the energy is called the primary production. Primary production enter into the consumer level is called the secondary productivity. Okay. So the secondary productivity means the rate of absorption of the food energy by the consumer. The rate of the consumer converts the chemical energy into their own biomass. What is primary productivity? The chemical and radiation energy converted into the chemical energy, that is called the primary productivity. Is it clear? What is secondary productivity means? The chemical energy converted into the own biomass. Biomass means biological. Utilization of the biomass means accumulation of the energy into this individual organism. That is called the biomass. Okay. What the secondary productivity means? The chemical energy are the starch from the plant converted into the own biomass. That is called the secondary productivity. What is energy flow? What is the energy flow through an ecosystem of the cycle? It is the important point. The energy flow into the unidirection. Energy not flow into the cyclic manner. This is important point for the multiple choice question. The energy transfer only the unidirection only, one direction only. For example, you ask the question, energy transfer from cyclical or the bidirectional or unidirectional. This is the answer. Any energy, the energy flow into the unidirection or one direction only. Okay. What is the efficiency of the energy transfer from one trophic level to another trophic level? What is the trophic level? Trophic level means, example, producer is a one trophic level. The primary consumer is a one trophic level. The secondary consumer is the next trophic level. And the tertiary consumer is the next trophic level. Trophic level is one level. Okay. What is the efficiency of the production of the energy? The energy transfer from one trophic level to another trophic level, we follow the 10% rule. What is the 10% rule means? The energy transfer from the one trophic level to the next trophic level to transfer only the 10% of the energy. That is called the 10% rule. The remaining the 90% of the energy is lost. Remaining the 90% of the energy is lost. If they clearly explain in this here, the graph, the producer is called the producer is called 1/10 of trophic level is 10% of the energy only transfer from the one trophic level to the next trophic level. Okay, clear? Okay, three important points. What does the secondary productivity means? The available, the what, how much amount of energy available for the 1 minute. Important. Hello, sorry for inconvenience. HOD call. Okay. சரிப்பா. The 3 point what the secondary product is chemical energy converted into the work biomass, that is called the secondary productivity. Energy transfer only the unidirection, only one direction only. What is the efficiency of energy transfer from one trophic, energy transfer from one trophic level to next trophic level? Only the 10% of energy transfer from the one trophic level to the next trophic level. Remaining 90% energy is lost. That is called the 10% rule. Okay. Next, what is the difference between the primary productivity and the secondary productivity? I explain one by one. What is the primary what is the difference between primary productivity and the secondary productivity? The first point, the primary productivity is a process in which the producer produces organic matter is called the primary productivity. The producer produces organic matter is called the primary productivity. What is the secondary productivity? The process in which the organic matter is produced by the consumer is called the secondary productivity. Okay. Producer producing organic matter is called the primary productivity. The consumer is produced by the consumer is called the secondary productivity. Next point, the primary productivity of the process of production is very fast. The primary productivity process is very fast, and the secondary productivity process is very slow one. Okay. Third point, the primary productivity is higher in case of the primary productivity is higher in the case of the primary productivity. The secondary productivity is the lower, which further tend to decrease the increase in the trophic level. Why the primary productivity is higher and why the secondary productivity is lower? Anyone explain? Why the primary productivity is higher in case of primary productivity versus the secondary productivity is decreasing? Hello.
Sir,
Yes.
because the producers occupy the first trophic level, and
Okay.
the secondary consumers, the primary consumers, they occupy the second trophic level. So as the trophic level increases, the number of organisms in each trophic level decreases. So since plants occupy the lowermost trophic level, so they have the number of organisms is much more than the secondary or the primary consumers. That's why their productivity is higher.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay. Energy transfer from one trophic level to the next trophic. Each trophic level, so a lot of energy is lost. Only 10% energy transfer for the one trophic level. Okay, that's why the secondary productivity is here. The decreasing of the production. What is the secondary productivity? The synthesis of organic matter from the organic matter. The secondary primary productivity means inorganic matter converted into organic matter. But secondary productivity means organic matter converted into the organic matter. Okay, that is called the difference between the primary productivity and the secondary productivity. The third one is called the community productivity. Okay, first one is gross primary productivity. Second one is the first one is primary productivity. Second one is secondary productivity, and the third one is called the community productivity. What is the community productivity? This is the rate net synthesis of organic matter by the community per unit area of the net production of a particular community. That is called the community productivity. Okay. Again, what are the environmental factors determining the net productivity? What are the factors of influence? Already I explained this one. This is a graphic representation of the environmental control of plant productivity. Okay. In the third one, the final factor of the is ecological efficiencies. What is the ecological efficiencies? Ecological efficiency means final energy or the carbon. Final energy or the ecological efficiencies. What is ecological efficiencies? The relationship between the amount of energy accumulated and the amount of energy utilized within the one specific level of the food chain. So each how much amount of energy is accumulated and how much of energy are utilized by the each trophic level of the food chain. That is called the ecological efficiency of this organism. Okay, it's clear. What is ecological efficiency? How much amount of energy is accumulated and how much amount of energy utilized in the each and every trophic level of the food chain. That is called the ecological efficiency. The ratio of the output of energy to input of the effort was the ecological. The ratio of the what is the ratio between the input and the output, that is called the ecological efficiency. Typically, the 10% efficiency and the 90% lost. Each trophic level you uptake only the 10% of energy. The remaining the 90% energy is lost. That is called the ecological efficiency. Okay, simply explain the ratio of the input and the output. Okay, example of 100 kilocalories are entered and uptake only the 10 calories. That is called the ecological efficiency of this particular trophic level. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next one. What is the different kind of efficiency can be measured in the parameter? The different kinds of efficiency measured in the following parameter. What is the ingestion? What is the assimilation? And what is the respiration? What is ingestion? What is ingestion means indicate the quantity of the food or energy taken by the trophic level. That is called the exploitation efficiency. What is ingestion means indicate the quantity of the food or energy taken by the trophic level. That is called ingestion. What is assimilation? The amount of food absorbed and fixed. How much amount of energy is absorbed to the fixed. That is called the assimilation. What is the respiration? Indicate the energy lost in the metabolic process. That is called the three important terms. What is ingestion? What is assimilation? What is the respiration? Okay. Finally, it means that we use 90% energy at the one trophic level to the last. How to measure the productivity is the next point. How to the different methods are available for the measurement of the productivity. Example, the various techniques are to estimate the primary productivity. Example, light and dark bulbing method, the radioactive tracer method, the chlorophyll concentration method, carbon dioxide flux method, harvest analysis, and dimension analysis. Each point you have the time to explain one by one in the later stage of my classes. Okay. At the present time, you know about what are the techniques are available for the measurement of the primary productivity. Only you learn about the names. Light and dark button method, radioactive tracer method, chlorophyll concentration, carbon dioxide flux, harvest